Hello and welcome each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, and joining me again is Morganne Rayne, adept, visionary, spiritual guide, ceremonialist, and artist. And today, on top of everything, that is our 20th show. So everybody who haven't seen our shows before or watching our show only now, please look back because there is another 19 shows behind this one with
Mhm.
absolutely great knowledge from source. Morgan never knows exactly what she will be talking about till the moment when we actually start show. Like today, I was asking Morgan to tell me what we will be talking about, and she said, "I don't know. Keep my heart open." So let's see what comes out. What source will be telling us? Okay,
Well, good.
Morgan.
Well,
Hello.
good.
Nice.
Hello, and good morning to everyone who's watching this now and who'll be watching this later. I'm in the beautiful Pacific Northwest where we are socked in with a lot of snow and freezing temperatures. So I have my cozy fire and my warm heart, and you know, we just take this season the way it is, no expectations. Although, when it happens this way, you have to kind of readjust and let go of your your well laid plans and go with the flow. So that's pretty much how I live my life anyway. As everyone who's listened to my shows before, I wake up in the morning and go, "Oh, I'm still here. Awesome. What do we got in store today? Who have you got for me to speak to today?" It's like to be in that flow of spirit is a very powerful place to be because it allows you to be in the present moment. And being in the present moment is very, very powerful. Um, this is also Daiga's birthday. So I want to wish you a very incredible birthday. And what a day to have your birthday on. I look at your numbers 12/22, 2022. Can't get many more twos than that.
Yeah, it's
it's like
choose.
it's like super angel numbers exponential. It's very powerful. And you know yesterday I was thinking about, I was just in my kind of meditation place, and I felt like something is truly like there's magic starting to happen. There's like I can feel it in the world. So we had solstice was yesterday. We're still in the energy of that solstice, which is for us in North America or the Northern Hemisphere, that's the shortest day of the year. So it's more dark. It's the darkest day of the year. And in the Southern Hemisphere, it's the lightest day of the year. So we got those opposites. I love it when we have the opposites. It just gives us, oh, well, it's not just how I see it, it's there's so many ways to look at it. So we have the solstice, and last night, yesterday, again, I'll say people who watch the show know I live in an intentional community. And last night, some of our beautiful Jewish community people create a Hanukkah dinner and a festival of the lights. Well, it was interesting because we had no power. So, but you know, we were going to celebrate Hanukkah and the Festival of the Lights, and everybody got really creative. So in the snow scene, now I live in the forest, so there's like snow everywhere, and the trees are heavy with snow, and so it's quite beautiful here. And over where they were cooking, there's a place to build a big fire outside. So there was a big roaring fire where people were gathered around and staying warm because it was really cold last night. And inside the kitchen, uh, and we have the modern conveniences of a generator. So even though we had not many lights to work with, we had everything we needed to create a beautiful meal to celebrate together their tradition of Hanukkah and the Festival of the Lights. So the food was amazing. The company was beautiful. And it was a great way to remember that the things that we think we need, we may not really need. We need, that big bonfire going. That was so beautiful to watch people huddled around that and just communing with one another. And then inside the kitchen where the smells were going and the latkes were being made. And um, they even made these incredible donuts with this beautiful pear compote, I guess it was, inside with powdered sugar. I mean, it was so lovely. Um, so celebrating solstices and Hanukkah, it just happened to be on the same day, was really special here, even though we didn't have power and but we had one another, and we had beautiful intentions. And really, that's what it takes, because if we didn't have the intention to do this, everybody would just kind of stayed in their house and been cold, and there wouldn't have been the the joy and the communion. So solstice is really about letting go now of the dark, because now we're moving into the increasing light. And we can look at that metaphorically, right? So we can look at the darkness of the world, but I really like to bring it more home, looking at what darkness might lie within me and what needs to be released and let go of. So when we begin to introspect in that kind of way, things will come up, belief systems will come up. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and sure enough, I am processing some things I've been holding on to that were no longer that just weren't serving me anymore. It's not necessarily that they were wrong or bad, but they just didn't serve me anymore. And so about 2 o'clock in the morning, oh, there's another two. I started releasing and letting go, and releasing and letting go. And at some point I just went back to sleep. But that was beautiful, because when I woke up, I just felt so inspired and present in the moment. So, so solstice, a great time to think about letting go of anything that no longer works. Now we're also moving into a new moon phase, which is about planting your seeds, your hopes and dreams, your heart's desires, and so what does that mean, planting your seeds? That means like thinking about it. It's like writing about it. It's about moving in your day as if it has already occurred. And so it was beautiful for me to be doing that releasing work during the night, which was perfect. And then to wake up this morning with this new way of thinking. Not that it's totally new, but it's like so I've been awake for always. But I feel like I always keep waking up, even though, so it's like more awake. I'm more awake. And I guess I'll be doing that process until I'm one with the light. But so something I did this morning was I decided to, because Spirit hadn't given me any real direction other than to say, stay in your heart, stay in your heart. So what does that mean? Stay in your heart. Well, you stay in the energy of the love and the you know the heart is like fire. That's where the blood accumulates and is pumped all through the body. It's a powerful area of the body, and it's like this fire energy. And here I got my beautiful fire going, which is great. We need fire right now in this 11 degrees this morning. I couldn't believe how cold it was. So in this fire energy of asking to just stay in your heart, what is that? That's building that fire within you. That because if we let our heart go cold, that the results of that aren't so wonderful, right? It's more like a repelling energy. But when we bring fire to our hearts and to our lives, then we have the energy to move in our world in a very beautiful way. So the cards that I got, which were really interesting, the words yesterday came to me. Can you feel it in the air? That was kind of like this mantra that was kind of played. Can you feel it in the air? Well, I was going, well, I can feel cold in the air. I can, when I breathe in, it's so cold. I can feel that. I can see the like the ice crystals in the trees. So they're like everything's sparkly and beautiful. So that's in the air. So it was really interesting. The cards I pulled today, the first one I pulled was called Up in the Air. Can you see that? And if you look at that card, there's a hot air balloon.
Take card is too close to microphone. Take little
How
bit
about
back
that?
from microphone. Yeah, fine. Because it was
okay.
covering microphone.
Oh, well, that was not good. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so here we go. We got up in the air, hot air balloon up in the sky, a couple of people watching the hot air balloon. I'm going to read to you what it says. And so this card is about the present moment, about where we are right now. Just where we are right now. It's part of the major arcana too, in this particular deck of cards, which is the Akashic Tarot. So up in the air, I'll read the whole thing because it's quite sweet. A man and a woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from our view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know what it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides in the Akashic records and ask for a little insight. But there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self who will take care of it all. I'm going to read that one more time, Daiga. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self whose power and love are always with you. For now, and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. So getting that card in for the present, like where we are right now, is really powerful because it's asking us to trust what's been laid in our hearts and what's been given to us for our dreams. And we who, and those who have never listened to us before, Daiga and I met in a humanitarian group. And humanitarians have special hearts, and those hearts are hearts of giving and assisting humanity in all kinds of different ways. And it could be from just basic needs to spiritual awareness to health and wholeness. It can just be many things, but humanitarians look for ways to be in service to others and service to humanity. And so I love that Daiga and I met that way because I know her heart and she knows mine. And so when you have a humanitarian heart, your tendency is to give and to so that humanity becomes more and more aware of who they are and why they are here. So when I look at this card in the present moment, given that we're coming through this solstice period of time and we're still in the energy of that solstice, and then we're moving into the new moon phase, which is planting our seeds of hopes and dreams and desires, it tells me to stay focused on that lofty thought, that big thought, that what we think is a balloon in the sky, and that within that, just like in a seed thought, are the elements of everything to bring it to fruition. And what's the operative word here? Trust. Trust is the operative word. Now, trust is not something you can go do. It's not a doing. It's a relaxing into, oh, Source has this handled. I planted the seeds. Source has this handled. So you can think about, our listeners can think about, what is it that's been planted within your heart and your mind to come into fruition? And just like I did in the middle of the night, let go of things that may be holding me back because they're not worthy my attention, really. When we have the courage to let those things go and we put our attention on the lofty thought, the dream, the desire, with that trust, then it will come to fruition in the perfect time, not in maybe the time you want, but the time you want is usually filled with some fear and some I don't have enough, I need it now. We've all been there. So it's really putting your attention on the dream, on the desire. And for we who are humanitarians, is to put our attention on what God has given us as our kind of our mission in the world. So that's the present moment. So again, the operative part of that is to trust. So the next card, which is also something about up in the air again, which is very interesting, is called the Ascent. And this comes from the past. It's what brought us to this place. So the ascent is about all the hard work we've done. It's about all the energy that we put into creating. It's about all that. Well, the ascent, have you ever climbed a mountain? It takes a lot of hard work and energy and sometimes planning, because Not all mountains are easy to climb. You may need ropes. You may need those spiky things on your shoes to grip. You may need some equipment. And so this is all that for spiritual warriors. This is like, you got your meditation, you got your positive affirmations, you got your dream boards, hard work too. All of that is the work that we have done to get us to this present moment where we can put our focus on that light and on that dream and on that vision that has been given to us. So we've reached the pinnacle, we've reached the top. We've moved into that place where we can see what's before us. And so that I thought that was pretty cool, that again we would get something up in the air, especially after yesterday with that whole feeling of something's in the air, I can feel it, I could just feel it. And then that leads us to the future. If we can stay anchored in our present moment, keeping our attention on the dream, and especially right now with us moving into that new moon phase where we plant all our seeds and our desires. My heart just popped open a little bit because I know that it's coming closer. So if we can look at that balloon, and is the balloon going farther away from us or is it coming toward us? Right. So that's that interpretation as we're standing there looking at our dream. Is it moving farther away from us or is it coming toward us? Our job in this present moment is to trust that everything is it, that everything that's within it is bringing it towards us, not moving away. Now we can make it push away by not putting our attention on it, by just going, oh, that's not for me. That, that was just a grand thought I had. That's not, and it'll go away. It'll just go away. But when we put our attention on it and love it and get excited about it, we're feeding it, we're nourishing it, we're nurturing it. So the future card I got, which I get this card all the time. Can you see that?
I can't exactly read, but I see.
It's the Oracle of Delphi. It's the first in the major arcana card. And you see a woman sitting on top of a stool, and you see a man standing on the ground by her feet. So in this card, I'm going to put it down. In that card, where she's sitting on the top of the stool, so she's elevated. Her thoughts are elevated. Her beingness is elevated. She is open to receive divine thoughts. And that's what she does. She's an oracle. She's connected to knowing, to the gnosis. And we are all oracles if we keep our attention on source, if we keep our attention on the dream, then we can receive the information we need, everything that was in that basket. We will receive the timing, we'll receive anything we need to remember. We'll receive all of that if we stay in that higher elevated, connected to our source, connected to our guides, to our highest self within us. Now the guy standing on the ground next to her, he's a scribe, and he writes down everything she's receiving. She speaks out what she goes. So the power of the word, the spoken word, and the word, it's like how was everything created, it was created by the power of the word. And that's how we create too. We can create, we can miscreate, and we can uncreate by the power of our word. So he is down there dutifully writing what she's saying. However, as it is with everything, he's interpreting what she's saying. And that interpretation is critical. So we can receive divine ideas. That's that divine feminine, open and receptive, right? So that's, she's elevated, she's open, she's receptive. And that's what the divine feminine is being open and receptive. So she's all of that. And then she speaks her word, and then there's the interpretation of what she's speaking. So it's kind of like reading a book, and 3 people can read the book, and 3 people are going to get 3 different interpretations of the book. That's the way it is, right? Mm-hmm. That interpretation is what's for you, not for everyone else. It's what's for you. And that's what's the beauty of it. If you stay connected, then your interpretation can be what's for you. Now, so what I've learned is that my interpretation is not for everyone else. So if it's not for everyone else, then I don't need to be saying, oh, you should be doing this. You could be doing that. That's not their mission. That's mine, right? So my job is to help people stay in that open, receptive place so that they can receive what it is that they need to move into the experience that they really come here. What's your mission, right? Why did we come here? So I thought those were beautiful cards for today, that it really puts us in that place to plant our seeds for the new moon coming, new moon in Capricorn. It's a beautiful time. So Daiga, have you got any questions around that? Because we're going to move into a meditation. I just feel spirit moving in me to go do meditation. So
I think that it's actually a very good place. Looking at the cards, it's very good place where we are at the moment. I sort of little bit struggling to leave everything to source and just meditate on it and just like use imagination and everything, but not pushing forwards. I'm sort of like I want now. I want my project to be here now. Yeah, I want to buy land. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's not happening fast enough for me. I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm struggling with that bit at the moment.
Yeah, there's some really good examples of, us wanting to do things in our own time as opposed to God's time. Has it ever happened for you? And I think I remember a story you told me when we first met about, I think it was a dream, and then you ended up, it happened in real life, and it was about you driving somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So is it Daiga's time or is it God's time? And so many times when I'll find myself, if I've connected to source and I'm truly connected and I'm given my day and my time to source, things will happen that I'll go, well, that's not the way I thought it would work out, but it worked out so much better, right? Could be in traffic. It could be, like I'll have to get off. All of a sudden I'll hear something like get off here. And because I'm following guidance, I'll get off there. And then I start the back road journey. And then I found out it was a horrible accident the way I was going before. Source knows, always knows if you're connected. So doesn't do us any good to push what we want. Trust that in that basket, everything that you need is in that basket. So we're going to do meditation. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
And
Yes, I'm
hopefully
ready.
this. All right. So I'm going to put my feet on the floor, get uncrossed, and I invite everybody else to, if you're crossed in any way, arms, legs, feet, uncross them. Allow yourself to be a true channel of energy flowing. And let's take a breath and just imagine that. Let's take a breath through the top of our heads and allow it to move into your belly, and exhale it from your belly down through your lower chakras and down through your feet. Let's do that one more time. This time we're going to imagine that all around us in the air that we're breathing is pure source energy. What would that look like to you? What would that feel like to you? Imagine pure source energy is all around you. Much like a fish in water, the water's like source. For us, it's this beautiful air, this rarefied experience of air. Just imagine what source energy, it might look like beautiful lights, and breathe that in from the top of your crown chakra. Just breathe it in, and we're going to bring it down to our solar plexus, which is right below the heart. Take a deep breath in and hold it at that solar plexus, allowing that beautiful source air breath you just took to circulate within you. And on the release from the solar plexus, allow it to go through the lower chakras and out your feet. And just allow your breathing to come to a normal state and feel that energy in your feet. Perhaps your feet got warmer. Mine sure did. And while we put our attention on our feet, it's to know that we can bring that source energy into our beingness here on this planet, anchored in this physical body. This is bringing heaven to earth through us, as us. Guidance is now asking me to have everyone take a look at things in your past that may still be kind of energetically around you. And it could look like regrets. It could look like I should have. It could look like shame. It could look like blame. It could look like fear or anger or hatred. Those elements of your past that may be blocking the energy of that beautiful source creative being in the present moment. And guidance is saying, take a look at those elements of what you are holding on to. It could be, issues with your parents or siblings or relationships or any of that. And so what we're going to do is just kind of gather all that energy up. Just take a look at all that stuff that is in the past that may be blocking your flow of being in the present. And what they're showing me is to gather it all up into like a ball of energy. So any shame, any blame, just take that energy and watch it kind of form a ball. And notice what color the ball is. Notice how heavy the ball is. Just notice that energy. And if you can feel that energy inside your body, project that energy into the ball. And look at that energy and say, this is my past. And this past is not wrong. This past is also a lot of hard work. It is also us trying and sometimes failing. It could be also the past successes that we hang on to. So that energy, when you feel it in your body, project it into that ball. And that ball we're going to call good. Because all of that is our journey to get to this present moment. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Settling into calling all that past good. And now we're going to take and bless our past. And we bless it from that heart center where we have love. And we're going to allow unconditional love now to come through our hearts and project into our past. Blessing everybody that had a part in that past. Every parent, present or not present, loving or unloving, it doesn't matter. Blessing every relationship that we have had, especially the hard ones, because they're the ones that help us grow the most. Bless that. Thank them. Past mistakes you have made or perceived mistakes you have made. Send those mistakes blessings. Thank them, for they help you choose wiser the next time. So all of that past energy is beautiful and good and not wrong. It's just simply how we got to this present moment. Take a breath in. And on the out breath, release the past. And maybe you'll see that ball just kind of go away. Or maybe it changes into something different. Whatever you get is perfect for you. And now with the past released, bring your attention to the present moment. Take a breath in. I am present to my breath. And let it go. I am present to this present moment. Take a breath in. And let it go. And using the imagery of the hot air balloon, vision yourself standing in a place that is beautiful and peaceful. And within your heart, you have dreams. And maybe Spirit has planted a mission inside of you. Maybe you have a heart's desire for helping others. Maybe you have a heart's desire for just yourself, and that's good too. Whatever your dreams or your desires of the heart or the gifts of spirit that have been planted within you, whatever those are, bring them forward right now. And bring them forward, and I would like for you to see them, see your open hands in front of you. And like we did with the past, each thing, each desire of your heart, I'd like for you to see in your hands a beautiful, shiny crystal ball. Vision that. And focus upon one of those dreams of the heart. And know that within this crystal ball, because crystals hold information, they're like seeds, they hold the information. And so we're going to infuse this crystal ball with your dreams. And so choose one of those dreams and begin to pour that dream into that crystal ball. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to open your heart and look into the crystal ball as though it's already happened. So if the intention is to build a healing facility or whatever it is the dream is, look into that crystal ball and see it already happening. See it there in the future. And see yourself there in the future with the dream fulfilled. Take a breath into it. Send that breath into the crystal ball. And see that crystal ball become light, 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 light as a feather, and begin to ascend and move towards that hot air balloon. See it move up into the hot air balloon and fall into the basket. And you can repeat this with every dream you have. So know now that your dream that is locked into the information of that crystal is inside that basket. And as you stand and gaze at the hot air balloon that has your seed idea inside the basket, watch that hot air balloon. Is it moving away from you or is it coming toward you? Just look and see. Is it moving around you? Is it going behind you? Know that that hot air balloon is bringing your dream to you, And it may take a circuitous route. It may come straight for you, but it will come to you when the time is perfect. And then focus at yourself standing on the ground, just watching this happen. Bring your attention very present within your body. As you know and trust, your dream is already fulfilled. It's already known, and all the elements that are required to come to fruition are being gathered. Take a breath in. And with a grateful heart, release your breath. And much as we looked at putting yourself into the future, into the dream, we're going to move now into the future aspect of you, because you have done all the beautiful work of blessing your past, of being present in the moment and infusing your dreams and desires into the seed thought. We're going to step into the future as if it has already been accomplished. And so I invite you to go back to the image you saw of yourself with your dream thought accomplished and you there in the participation of that. Being very present in that moment. Being very present, and notice how you feel. Notice what you look like. Notice what it feels like to be so present with Source, knowing and understanding that you listened, you did the work, and you're present to reap the benefits. How do you feel? And allow yourself to be so fully open to the guidance of Source, because you know it was Source that assisted the orchestration of bringing your creation into manifest form. And in being so connected to Source, you receive the information that is perfect for you. So we're going to spend just a moment in silence as you connect to Source and allow your heart to be open to receive the message. Take a breath in, expand your heart, and breath out, and be silent. If you received a message, how are you interpreting that? That interpretation is just for you. And if you got silence, how are you interpreting that? And so that future self of you that is so connected, that is reaping the benefits of all the hard work and the visioning and the trusting, I want you to take and bring all of that right back here to you in the present moment. Take a breath in. And let the breath go. Bringing all that information back with you one more time with a beautiful breath in. Encoding your present self with your higher future self information and images. Let it come in and ignite every cell of your being. Turn on your imagination. Ramp up your gratitude. And so, as we have done this exercise this morning, we give thanks for the blessings of Spirit and the guidance of Spirit. We give thanks for all of the past events that brought us to this present moment. We give thanks for us opening our minds and our hearts to the guidance of Spirit to be led with what it is our job to do, our mission, our dreams. We give thanks for glimpsing into our future self to know who we are in the future, that we might bring it back and encode our whole being with our future self, our higher self, and help our present self grow and expand. And I give thanks for this day as we have started to plant our seeds into this new moon time, to be held in that sacred darkness so that they may grow roots and reach up toward the light. I'm so grateful for this time that we have spent together, awakening and remembering who we are, why we are. So in love and light, I bless us all in this beautiful season of celebrations and giving, welcoming in the light as it increases. I give thanks, and I bless us all in this journey that we take together today. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was another wonderful journey, and I think our viewers will be really happy to go through this journey with us. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Source. Thank you for all this guidance. Is there anything else you want to say to our viewers today?
Listen to this again.
Yeah, it was something. I actually find that after I send away all past, it feels so light, bringing back this my plans, my future plans. It feels much lighter straight away. And I'm working on myself, and I trying to release all the time, yeah. And still, even now, when we get together and look at it again was so much to release.
Yeah.
It's, thank you very much, Morgan. Thank you for this. For everybody, please, if you like our show, remember this is our Jubilee show. It's number 20 today. So 22, 12, 2022, and 20 show. So yeah, 22222. On this on this note, if you like our show, please don't forget like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube videos because we have plenty more to come and we really want to spread worldwide. So please share this. And please, if you only first time watching this show, please don't forget go back because already is 20 shows with every single show very very good wisdom from source from Morgan. It really is our I don't know how lucky we actually are, how grateful we have to be for this wonderful person. Every week for nothing, spend time with us. So thank you, Morgan, from bottom of my heart and from all our viewers who is watching us on regular basis and like our show. Thank you very much and God bless.
And happy birthday.